of course, for those of you who tuned in last night to the second episode of From Yes to I Do, Channel 5 will follow you. We officially have our couple that will be starring in this year's reality wedding. Team Reynicia, and of course, that's Vernicia Vernon and Reynolds Lewis. And they're with us this morning to tell us all the behind the scenes fun. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And how are we feeling this morning following the reveal that you are the winning couple?
It's overwhelming in the sense that, you know, people, oh, you win, I hope I get invited. Well, yeah, you know, so like it kind of heartwarming in the same aspect, meaning like people like really show that support to you and be like, man, on the two look good together, or we hope on everything work out, you know. So for me, it's very overwhelming and heartwarming at the same time.
I remember the first episode, the morning after, while we were coming down on the bus, a lady got up and she said, because I want to, I stayed up late last night.
Yeah.
But and knowing that we have family and friends supporting, and even some people that we don't know but they see us every day, and they were like, we're rooting for you, we know you guys will win, we can see that you guys communicate well, you know, to the fact that some people even question, like, did they tell each other the answers before the game or
There's
something?
no way you know each other so well.
So well.
But you've been together for quite a long time.
We've known each other
Known each other for a very long
we've
time.
known each other for
From
10
since
years.
2006.
Over 10
Wow.
years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We met in high school. He was 2
High school
years.
sweethearts.
Not really.
That's what they kept on telling their exes. We're just friends.
Right.
He approached me in high school, but I wasn't ready. And at the same time, I thought that he was like any other guy, you know.
What does that mean?
Please specify.
Yes, please explain.
I didn't feel like he was gonna be right for me, and especially at that age, we all know that something would have gone wrong.
And I'm a clown too, by the way. So
Yeah, so I couldn't.
everything
Were a clown?
Yeah,
He's still a clown.
actually
I
worse-
just was gonna say.
I'm actually worse than
But
this,
I couldn't.
everything that man
I couldn't see him as being as somebody serious to have a relationship with, and so we remained friends, and eventually that grew into us being best friends, and we remained best friends until finally
You gave him a chance.
yes, both of us were single, and we decided to give it a shot.
And I'm sure that now, the thing you love about him the most is the very thing that did not put you together, his sense of humor.
His sense of
You
humor.
smile every day. You can't pay for that.
And he actually knows when to switch from being a clown to being serious. He knows when to switch. So I love that.
Okay. So we're seeing some photos of you guys over the years, and you mentioned something I think that is important, that now you have total strangers looking into your relationship, communicating with each other and interacting with each other. What is that like? There's one thing to put your relationship on Facebook. That's only
Right.
what people, you show people what you want them to see. Now they're seeing much more than that.
Well, for me, I'm not the one to put my relationship out there. So it feels kind of, you know, because there will be some people who will try and tell me certain things about him and tell him certain things about me. So, and then getting all kind of Facebook requests now from people we don't know. I mean, I don't want to be harsh by not accepting their friend requests, but I don't know you.
You're a star
You're
now.
private, yeah.
Yeah, but so.
My whole
And from your end?
my whole take on it is, I've never really liked the limelight. Yes, I enjoy making people laugh and having a good time. But at the same time, if by me being on this season of From Yes to I Do, I can bring some sort of happiness to somebody or make somebody laugh, then hey, I'm cool with that. I'm fine with that. So having them seeing my personality on TV or whatever the case is, and maybe somebody could relate to me or something like that, then I'm totally fine with it. I'm comfortable.
Do you think that doing the show puts an added pressure on the relationship?
No. For
You
me,
can be
no.
happier, or like you go somewhere, you have to hold hand now, you
No.
have to make sure you open the door because somebody saw the show.
No. What for me, how I see it or how I perceive it, and what I've always been telling her ever since we started with the games, just be natural, be yourself, and if you do that, then nothing will seem as if though it's fake or we're putting on just a show for the show, per se. Whatever you see is us being us. Couples have problems, they have issues, and you work it out. How you work it out is something the couple has to figure out.
Yeah, yeah.
As you say that, I was considering, is there one thing on the show, like something on the show that one of you did that other person said, I wish you'd never do that?
Or said that.
Or said that,
I mean, they said some things. I don't remember that which, but she like, boy, stop it.
Heart, soul.
And I'm like, yeah, just, this is me. I think this is who I am. And then like afterwards, I remember, I think it was last week, a guy came up to me on the street and he was like, yo, bro, I just hope you win. I just watch the show because of you and your personality. Just continue to do that. I'm like, all right, I got you.
A lot of people told me also that they love his humor. Some of the things he said, and that he just brought life to it. He was him. So.
And you wouldn't look at him and think he's a clown. That's the thing. I think that's what catches people off guard. But you also had to compete for this, and I was happy to be there in the end. And I think one of the things that stood out to me was when you said, what this does is, and this is, people talk about relationship goals. This frees up the money you would have paid for your wedding to now further yourselves.
Yes.
And I think that's an amazing goal for you guys to set. Talk to us, was that the original motivation or something that kind of came up along the way?
Well, to be honest, it has always been our goal for me to go back to school. While she was doing her internship last year or year before, she was doing her internship and I was helping her through it. And we had always spoke about, okay, well, you will finish your bachelor's degree and you will get through that. When you get a job, everything will be great. And then I'll go back to school. So we have always spoke about, furthering ourselves and helping each other further ourselves. That has always been the plan.
I have a question. Will you tolerate a hyphenated? Do you plan to be Mrs. Lewis, or do you plan to be Mrs. Vernon Lewis?
Mrs. Vernon Lewis.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah, I got
Where does this come from? I would have never even thought of that question. Does it matter? Does it matter?
I think it does for a Belizean male.
I love my name. And as much as he wants me to have his name, which I will
Notice he's
take,
hugging now. This, yes.
I will take. My name is unique.
Yeah.
And therefore, I want to keep my unique name. So,
interesting picture.
Hyphenated. Are you okay with that?
We are talk about that.
I'm going to long out my tongue.
Okay. Now, let's get to the serious stuff. A wedding in, what is it?
3 weeks.
3 weeks time. You guys have started some of the planning, but really you only had a month.
Right.
How is it going?
Stressful.
Tell me about that stress.
It's more, when you think about it, you think, oh, well, we need to do everything. We don't have to really do anything about it. We just sit back and relax. We just show up on the day and be like, okay, you stand up over there. Like, No,
No, it's reality.
it's reality sets in, and you really have to think about, okay, this is your dream wedding. What is it that you actually want your dream wedding to and it goes down to the specifics of colors, decoration, flowers. I never know anything go by season, so you have to look for what in the season, you know.
What's new for this year?
So it really comes down to, okay, if this was my dream, then I have to work with what in the season and then match it with my dream. And I'm like, man, I really want to at least something. But because it's not in the year for this, we can't work with that. So
Yeah.
but I mean, it's fun, but it's also stressful.
Let me jump in there, because I think this is one of the things I find so interesting. Men are so much more into weddings now. I always thought it was the woman who planned everything, and we've seen over the course of this show that the men have their own vision of their dream wedding.
It's about time.
Obviously, you did too, huh? So, who makes the decisions? If you have an idea of a wedding, she has an idea of what she wants. How is the decision-making process going?
This is how the decision making happens, right?
Okay.
So she'll ask a question,
Lots of questions.
I will answer, and she'll be no. This is what I want. This is what's gonna happen.
And then you say,
Okay.
This is going to be a very long and prosperous marriage. Happy one.
I keep saying because I remember someone asked me. No, someone told me actually. They're like, bro, I'll give you this one piece of advice. Happy wife, happy life.
I've heard it.
If she says this the way it happened, that's the way it happened. I will beg some mumble, but that's the way it happened.
This sounds like a hyphenated last name. Vernon Lewis.
Vernicia, tell us about it from your end.
Well, as he said, I will ask questions. I would have my ideas on what I want set already, but I would still ask him, what do you think about this, or what do you see, where do you want it? Do you want this or do you want this? Majority of the time, I'm grateful that he chooses what I had originally want.
So
I
it's
don't
not,
know.
it's not that you're getting your way. He's just agreeing with what you wanted anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know if he reads my mind or something, but majority of the time he chooses exactly what.
I just think about what you would have want, so that to avoid conflict
okay.
with us. I think it went this one, so I can pick that one.
So here's the challenge with most weddings. Have you guys tackled the invitation list yet?
You ever make a grocery list and then you go to the
When
store
I really
and then
need this one.
Your budget.
Yeah.
It's like, I haven't talked to them in 5 years. That one, she never liked my photos on Facebook.
Right. You know?
well, it's hard because we're very close, especially to our family.
Yeah.
And the family, both families are very huge.
Wow.
So it's hard and we don't want to leave anybody out. And then you have a 1 and 2 friends, but majority of it is family, and even family it's hard to say, okay, I can't.
I don't want to invite you, but I can't because of, but
You do have a limit as to how many
Yes.
people. Every wedding has a limit if there's a budget as to how many people, and it's a hard process.
it is. It
So
is.
we've finalized the list. No? Okay.
Not even close.
Here's my advice. You make an invitation in email, say join us at our wedding, turn on to Channel 5 on February 17th, and you're there.
All right.
You see the whole thing.
Yep. I see. I see.
Just no food included, right? You provide.
You provide
bring
your own food. Bring your own. Yeah, I like that idea. I think,
Yeah.
What sort of vibe? Because I know for some people they want a very formal in the church. Your personalities seem to be kind of casual, intimate. What kind of wedding is it like? What?
I love the outdoors. So more looking at having something outside ceremony. We do both go to the same church, and our pastor will be marrying us.
Who's that?
Pastor Ian Gillett.
Oh, Pastor Gillett.
Yes. So he, thankfully, he'll be marrying us. And so I more want that outside feeling. I don't like to be
Clammed up.
closed up and so.
Okay. Well, we will be following. So we'll find out exactly how these decisions are made, and we get to see you select that dress and you test out your tux. All of that comes up in the season, but we want to say thank you for coming in and giving us the behind the scenes stories. And yeah, the wedding takes place on February 17th, live on Channel 5. So you're all invited. Forget about invitations. Watch it on Channel 5.
That's the best part.
Yes. So thank you. Your students, I imagine, you can tell them to watch. They might want to be at the wedding.
They
But-
have been watching.
Yeah.
They have been watching with their parents. So yeah.
So best of luck with the rest of your planning.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Thanks.
We're going to go ahead now and take a break, and we will be back in a few. Stay tuned.